I was 10 and a half, the doctor had told me that I had scoliosis and it was pretty severe, and to the point where I almost had to have surgery. And so we were trying to stabilize it the best we could, and we came in and hopefully.
Mara's been coming to see Dr. Jamie off and on since she was little as well. Because when Dr. Jamie found out there was 2 of my kids, she wanted to see the other one too, and she's over the years have adjusted her. She hasn't had the health issues that my son had significant health issues. She was 10 and a half and diagnosed with scoliosis, and it was pretty significant. It was a 42% curve in her upper back. We went to Cedar Sinai as well for a second opinion. They were on the fence at that point if surgery was warranted or not, for a couple of reasons. It's a pretty severe operation. They put these titanium rods through your back and kind of out of commission for a year. When she was 10 and a half, and she's a karate fanatic. She was, going to karate classes 3-4 times a week, and just a kid. And also I was nervous about, like, I don't know, that's such an invasive operation to put, like literally screws and bolts in your back. So I actually called Dr. Jamie because, I said by now I had witnessed the amazing things she's done for my son. My son's 5'10". He crawled, run, the whole 9 yards, has a perfectly shaped head, never wore a brace, nothing, So I thought, if anyone can help us, I thought Dr. Jamie could. And she came in and she told us, she could adjust her and help her. Didn't really feel that she, didn't want us to do surgery. Was totally against surgery because it was so invasive. And really actually told us a bunch of other things. She really looked at her, looked at a lot of things, not just her back, because you do see it when she bends over. And in her case too, it's a defect in the bone. So there's actually on the vertebrae a little dimples missing, so the 2 vertebrae are sliding on top of each other. So it's not something that will be able to be fixed, but could she stabilize it? And her way she looked at the whole child. She didn't just look at the bone structure like an orthopedic surgeon does and says, oh, here's surgery or here's a brace. And these braces are like a mummy, which scared me. Being in California during, first of all, thank God she only had to wear it at night, but I was freaked out when she first got it about earthquakes. Could she ever get out of bed, or could she do anything? Because it's like you're a mummy. I had to like stand on her, almost sit on her, to strap her into it, and then she just laid on the bed. She couldn't turn over, couldn't do anything. So I was just terrified that she couldn't get out or anything happened. But Dr. Jamie looked at her as the whole person, not just how she bent over, not just looking at her x-rays. She looked at how she walked. She looked at what could she do. A lot of people say that if you have a weak back, you can tighten your stomach muscles, your core muscles. Talk to her about exercising, about notice that she wasn't walking exactly right, that one of her hips was kind of off a bit. Try to adjust that. Also noticed instantly that she had very high arches with her feet. And I'm like, why wasn't she wearing better shoes? And she was yelling at me, because I've known Dr. Jamie a long time by this time. Like, why haven't you had, her taken in for orthotics, or had, better shoes fit for her, and look at her posture, and as she's growing and developing, what kind of, even undergarments is she wearing, and what kind of vitamins do you have her on, and what kind of exercises does she do? All of that, she has been working with us for the last year or two.